What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Home Built Workshop. Today I got something just a little bit different, something I'm super passionate about, and this goes out to everyone who has kids, intends to have kids, or somehow has some sort of kids around them. Please, please, please watch this video. Right off the bat, I want to let you guys know this is not a project video. This one is a little bit different. This is something that got me really fired up in a recent live stream. So I want to say thank you to those of you that were in the live stream and got me fired up on this. I know you guys were giving me a hard time for getting all riled up and excited, but it is something that I'm very passionate about. But don't worry, I wasn't fired up in a negative way. I feel very strongly that each and every one of us, we need to teach our kids better. And yes, I did say we need to teach our kids better. Let that sink in for a second. So what do I mean by that? Well, I am not calling anybody out, and I don't mean that in a negative way. We all live in a throwaway society. Something breaks, we throw it out, we get a new one, we replace it, we move on, we discard things left and right. When really, if we just took a minute, I'll bet you a lot of the stuff we throw away we could really fix. And that's something that I want to instill in my daughter, the fact that we can repair things. I cannot tell you how many times I have repaired a little plastic something or other with some CA glue, maybe a toothpick, something so that we can repair whatever the toy is or the gadget or the thing. Even though it may be a very inexpensive item, to me it's not about whatever the item is that we're fixing. It's a bigger picture. It's about showing her that we can fix things. You don't have to just throw it away, even though it may look broken, and it may very well be, but to at least put in the effort to fix things, to give it a try before you discard it. And most of the time, we've been successful, and there are a lot of toys and gadgets in our house right now that are held together with CA glue or some other sort of patch, but we didn't throw it away. And that's what I really want to challenge all of you to do. Now, I'm not saying that there's not a time and place to throw things away, and I definitely don't condone keeping things just to keep things, but let's try to improve this mentality of when something is broken, we just throw it out and get a new one. To me, that's very wasteful for a couple of reasons. Well, number one, it's going to cost you money. We all work hard for our money, and to just spend the money to replace something when it might only take a few minutes to fix it, that's going to save you money by not having to replace whatever it is. Now, you do have to have some supplies and materials on hand to be able to make fixes like this. There are just a few things that I would suggest you keep on hand. Maybe wood glue, CA glue, maybe some 5-minute epoxy. With just those 3 adhesives, you can fix so many things, you'd be amazed. The second reason is it's just wasteful for our environment. If we constantly are throwing things away instead of fixing it, eventually those pieces are probably gonna end up in a landfill. Now, I'm not a huge environmental advocate, but I definitely don't want to intentionally add to things that go into a landfill. So by fixing them and keeping them a little bit longer, getting more use out of them, we are saving things from going into the landfill and becoming waste and just kind of cluttering up our planet. I am a fan, though, of clean air, a clean environment, clean natural resources, because in the end, it's not going to be for me. This is going to benefit our children and our children's children down the line. So the more we can do now to save stuff from the landfill, it's going to help them later on. So what exactly is it that I'm asking you guys to do? Just lead by example. Show your kids that we can fix things. A lot of times it doesn't take a lot of time, a lot of money to be able to fix things. Let's instill this value in our kids, in our grandkids, in our friends' kids, whoever we have that sort of influence on. Please, 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 let's try to do this, pay it forward, teach our kids, who then can teach their kids, and so on and so forth. And eventually this is going to snowball, and who knows the results that this could lead to. Now, maybe you don't have kids, and that's totally cool. I totally understand, but I'll bet you have friends that have kids. Maybe you have neighbors that have kids. I'm sure you know somebody that has kids, and it doesn't matter the age. Let's try to teach people, no matter the age, that they can do this sort of thing and they don't have to just throw it away. It's going to benefit every single one of us. I try to take every opportunity that I can to show my daughter that we can fix things, we can repair things, we can build things. I want to instill that in her brain now. Who knows 20 years from now what path she's going to be on in life? None of us know that sort of thing. We don't know the future. She may or may not be doing something with her hands. She may be off on her own career. Who knows? But I always want her to know in the back of her brain that when something goes awry, something breaks, something needs to be fixed, that she's got a little bit of that knowledge in there and she can do it herself. She's not afraid to go in and try to do things like that. I just believe that is so important. I'm not going to ask her ever to, take on building her own house or fixing her own car. That may not be her thing, but I always want her to feel comfortable knowing that if something like that's got to be done, that she can do that with her two hands. She doesn't always have to pay somebody to do something or to throw something away and buy something new. There are other options. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. Please, please, please take a moment, think about this. This is kind of a big thing and I get very, very passionate about it. Let's teach our kids better. And please, I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying let's teach them that we don't have to throw things away. They can fix things. You can fix things. Anybody can fix, repair, save. So take a moment and look around at the people in your life. Who can you help teach how to fix things, how to repair things? How can we all help each other reduce the amount of things that we throw away? Let's fix things. Let's get in there, use your hands, and let's work together to help pay it forward for our children and our children's children. Now, if you're watching this and you're saying, whoa, 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 I really like what you're saying, but I am not handy, so how am I supposed to teach my kids if I can't even do it? I understand completely, but this is also a great opportunity for you to learn how to do some minor things as well. Now, I am not asking you to jump in and rebuild the motor in your car, but take some time. You can spend a little time online. There are plenty of great resources online about how to fix things, how to use different glues, adhesives, repair techniques for different materials. Ask around. I'm sure you know somebody that can help you out with situations like this. Ask me, send me a message. I will do my best to try to help you with whatever you're trying to do. Believe me when I say I am really passionate about this. We need to teach our kids these skills now while they're young. We need to ingrain that in their mind that there is another option besides just throwing things away. Like I said, we don't know where they're going to be later on in life, what path they're going to go down, what career they're going to be in. We have no idea. But if we can instill this value, these values will never ever leave them. So I hope all of this makes sense. Basically, what I want you guys to take out of this video is we need to teach our kids that we don't have to just throw things away. Get them involved with their hands doing something. It can be the simplest of projects, but they need to know that they can do things with their own hands. We cannot rely solely on the schools to teach our kids these things. I am not putting down the schools at all. Please don't take me wrong. I believe that the schools do absolutely the best they can with the materials and funding that they have. But unfortunately now, a lot of the schools don't have these programs and funding in place to be able to offer these programs. When I was in school, we had all sorts of programs, woodworking, metal shop, we had welding class, I had small engine. All of these classes were available to me, which unfortunately now they're dwindling less and less and less. And that's where we as parents need to pick up where we can and teach our kids these important things. The bottom line, let's teach our kids how to do things with their hands. Teach them how to build things, how to make things, how to come up with ideas. And honestly, I don't think it matters whether it's in a workshop setting or maybe it's sitting at a computer programming a 3D printer. Just the fact that they can take an idea and by doing some sort of work, whether it's with your hands, whether it's at a keyboard and hitting a button and printing something, that they can take their idea and bring it to life. Our kids are the ones that are going to be bringing on future innovations, and we need to help foster that creativity by showing them that they can do this kind of stuff. We need to teach them. It's so important that they know that they can do this kind of stuff. Plus, it's really awesome anyway to be able to build something with your hands, bring it to life. What a great feeling. So I know this is a very different video from what you guys are used to seeing, but like I said, this did come out of a recent live stream where I got really fired up, really passionate about this thing, and I want to share this challenge with all of you guys. So please, please, please do me a favor, share this video with anybody, anywhere you can. I would appreciate it so much. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.